Well, for our viewers, 11 a.m. tomorrow is when the Speaker's post will be decided. Voting will happen tomorrow. Ashutosh, the numbers still lie with the NDA. They have 293. It's a big majority in that sense. Collectively, the NDA partners are together. All right, we have Rahul Gandhi speaking. Let's listen in. All right, haven't heard from Rahul Gandhi now, but we heard him. He's cut up about wanting the deputy speaker's post for the opposition and insists on it, while initially there was word that the opposition will support the NDA, will support Om Birla as their candidate for speaker. But last minute surprise, where the opposition now feels K Suresh, he files his nomination. That's the image we're bringing for you right on our screens on the right-hand side. You see K Suresh, the man smiling right in the center, 8-time MP, a Congress veteran. He's been fielded as the speaker, as candidate for the speaker's post by the opposition India Alliance. The India Alliance collectively pushing K Suresh as speaker candidate. Now, we know reactions have been pouring in with the NDA, of course, surprised and shocked with the sudden twist of events. We heard Piyush Goyal, we heard Rajnath Singh. In fact, Rajnath Singh very clearly said that he's spoken multiple times to Mallikarjun Kharge, and multiple times Mallikarjun Kharge has assured him that they will support the NDA candidate. But it appears that they've decided now to field K Suresh. We have PDT Acharya, political analyst, joining us on the phone line. He's a constitutional expert himself. Mr. Acharya, give us more on this sudden twist of events. We see now the opposition fielding K Suresh as their candidate for speaker. It's going to be a fight, but we know the numbers lie with the NDA. So what's the kind of messaging really going out here?
Well, see, there is nothing unusual or extraordinary about a contest. There have been occasions when there were contests for the speaker's post. Opposition used to put up candidates. So it is not the first time that it is happening. So it is a democratic way. There is no problem in that. If there is no consensus, of course, many times the ruling party try to work out a consensus on some issue, and then there were consensus candidates. But the ruling party has majority, so naturally they will get their person elected.
Well, from what we see here, the opposition says they were promised a deputy speaker's post. But of course, that hasn't been spoken about in public. It's just what the opposition says, and we've got to believe what they say. But how do you see it? Do you think it's so easy for the NDA to part with the deputy speaker's position, considering they do have the numbers?
See, there is a consent. There is a convention. There has been a convention to give the deputy speaker's post to the opposition, and a person from the opposition, that is main opposition party, used to be the deputy speaker in the beginning. But there were departures from that on many occasions. Sometimes the ruling party would give this post to a party which is closer to go in the opposition, maybe a little closer to the ruling party. So various considerations, come into play. Of course, if there is an agreement between the ruling party and the opposition, that deputy speaker's post will be given to the opposition, number one, and then to the main ruling party, the main opposition party. So these are possibilities. And if of course, the initiative will have to be taken by the ruling party. That's how it is. And then there could have been an agreement on the speaker's position and also the deputy speaker's position, in the sense that the ruling party could have promised the deputy speaker's post to the opposition. On that basis, a consensus could have been worked out, but that has not happened. That is what it appears to be.
So there's no consensus, and you're saying that this is a common affair. It's happened in the past. It's happening yet again. But since the numbers is with the NDA, for the opposition here, I believe this is only posturing to show that they have the strength. They will put up a fight.
But opposition, you can't call it posturing. Opposition has a right. After all, this is parliament. There is no point in saying that there is a posturing. The opposition has a right, a democratic right, to put up their own candidate. If they don't agree to the candidate being put up by the ruling party. But that's a normal thing. It will happen in the House.
Okay. Give us the importance of the Speaker's position, PDT Achari, if you can give us the importance that post really holds.
The Speaker is the presiding officer of the House. And he has all the powers to
all right.
Decide.
Sir, I would like to put you on hold. We're cutting across to K Suresh, the opposition candidate, speaking.
It's a contest. How can I say I will win or lose? It's an election. After result only we can understand.
सर संख्या बल तो साफ दिखाई देता है क्या रणनीति रही है कि आप deputy speaker have you majority you have not majority despite that you have five
Whether winning or losing, there is a convention in Lok Sabha, so speaker will be in the ruling party or opposition will be the deputy speaker. Last two Lok Sabha they denied us because they said you are not a recognized opposition. Now we are a recognized opposition. The deputy speaker is right for us, but they are not ready to give us. Again, till 11:50, we are waiting for the reply from the government side, but they didn't give any reply. That's why we filed. Time is there. Time is there.
Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. K Suresh, who says that they waited for quite a while to get to hear from the government over the deputy speaker's position, but eventually they did not respond, so the opposition decided to field K Suresh opposite Om Birla as the speaker. That's Suresh's first reaction as he's spoken, breaking his silence on the matter. Right after he files his nomination, he comes out, speaks to the media, saying the government is yet to reply over deputy speaker's post. And since we haven't got a reply, we have gone ahead and filed a nomination for speaker's post. This is K Suresh, the opposition, of course, with its renewed vigor and strength and might at this point, showing that they can put up a fight. As our experts suggest, that the numbers do lie with the NDA, quite evidently. The NDA has the numbers, but the fact that this will go down into a fight itself will be interesting to see. From the opposition side, what they want to show is their strength and might, and they want and demand the deputy's post, the deputy speaker's post. Since they're not getting that, they're putting up an adequate fight for the speaker's position. I'm going to bring in Ashutosh Mishra, who's also tracking very closely. He's been bringing us all the updates right from the start of this twist in events. Ashutosh, give us more on the likelihood of K Suresh becoming the speaker. What could happen that could fall in their favor?
Very unlikely, as you rightly said, that the NDA enjoys the majority in the parliament. So very likely that the BJP will have its Lok Sabha speaker. But again, you said not only the constitutional right, not only the parliamentary right, for the opposition to put out a candidate in case of there is no consensus between the government and the opposition. More importantly, to show the fight that they are here and they are not going to ready for everything that the government offers. So clearly, that's also have been a parliamentary convention, because every time parliament, the house having majority, last 10 years you have been hearing the opposition saying that government cannot run the house on its own condition, that you bring every bill and seek a support. You ask on certain conditions to discuss and we will agree on that term. So having a strong opposition, even protesting, even agitating, pressurizing the government to discuss the public issues, pressurizing the government to take up certain agenda, that has also been a parliamentary convention and parliamentary have been part of parliamentary proceeding inside the house. So be it the NDA in the power or the UPA in the power, we have seen almost everything that is unfolding now in the past. There are always precedents what has happened in the parliament and will often happen and will always happen. So for now you see the opposition exactly putting up a fight against the NDA, despite knowing the fact that there is no number, but giving a messaging. Of course, it is their right to contest, but this is more importantly giving a message. Since government did not agree on our demand, we will not be ready what you are offering. Rather, let's have a fight. Even if the BJP wins, even if you win, even if the government wins, we will give a fight. And that perhaps what the message that the opposition is giving, that we are here to fight with the government in parliament, in a parliamentary proceedings by the parliamentary convention.
Right. Now stay with us. I'm going to quickly cut across yet again to K Suresh, who's spoken for the first time after this controversy broke out.
Just now only filed a nomination. It's a party decision, not my decision. You have to ask the party leaders. They will give you details. Whether winning or losing, there is a convention in Lok Sabha. So speaker will be in the ruling party, or opposition will be the deputy speaker. Last two Lok Sabha, they denied us because they said you are not a recognized opposition. Now we are a recognized opposition. It's a deputy speaker is right for us, but they are not ready to give us. Again, till 11:50, we are waiting for the reply from the government side, but they didn't give.